What's something you'll never settle for? I got together with a wonderful man I absolutely adore last summer after knowing him as a distant acquaintance since 2009. I am so thankful I never settled for any of the guys I dated in the last 14 years. I knew there had to be a special man out there for me, I just had no idea it was him. Cheap pantyhose/tights. Crummy tires. Legs had the one screw up in 20 plus years and sent me opaque tights instead of the shears I wanted. Horrible miserable tights. Bad to wear and not at all pretty to look at. Why do they even make these things? Just bad all around. Tires is another. I recently purchased a 2021 Toyota Highlander W/20k miles on it. OEM tires were complete shit. Just bad. $1,000 for new ones but way better than the old ones. 20k miles on them and knackered. My husband is so incredibly kind. And we never fight. When I was younger I always thought it was normal to fight about dumb things. Complain about each other. Most days we want to kill each other etc. My husband tells me he loves me all the time. And gives me compliments like it's punctuation. I never realized it back then. But now if I were ever to date again, God forbid, I'd never settle for less. A Dodge Viper coupe. It is my dream car. I want it to be brand new. Only miles on it are the ones I put on it, so if something needs to be tested, I will do it. Black cherry red with a V12 engine. No one but my approved people, and me, will be allowed to touch it, and the ones building it will have to wear gloves at all times when they are working on it. It is the only thing I will never settle on, and it is the only hill I will die on. Would this lead to alcoholism? Beer will make you fat. Smoke ganja. You've earned that one beer, my friend. Using alcohol to cope is never healthy. I would advise you to try to stop now. There's nothing wrong with consuming safely to have fun on occasion. But truly, any amount of alcohol has negative effects on the brain. Addiction aside. Whatever downtime you have, you need to be relaxing or sleeping. Your body is looking for ways to rest, so rather than reach for a vice, try to replace it with something healthy instead. Being a caregiver is very mentally taxing whether you consciously recognize that or not. It's a normal response to search for a coping mechanism to deal with the sadness. But alcohol is not the solution. You seem to have a few things going on in your life. And it would be good to talk these thoughts out with someone who has the time and hopefully training to deal with this. Is there a veteran coworker or therapist at your work that you would feel comfortable confiding in? Unpopular opinion, weed is a much safer way to unwind. I am a strong advocate for replacement therapy. If that's what you want to call it. Alcohol destroys lives. Alcoholic is not a useful term. It's no longer used clinically because there is no agreed definition. And no dividing line where this alcohol-abusing person is an alcoholic. But that alcohol-abusing person isn't. You have a problem with alcohol, you're using it to self-medicate. And you sound like you are responding to it in an addictive way. You need to fix this. The longer you leave it, the more difficult it will be. And the more risk you are putting your health under. Do not try to replace alcohol with some other substance. I cannot stress this enough. Alcohol is not the cause of this. It's a symptom. You need to learn to manage stress without needing biochemical sedation. Why does the right wing seemingly hate and fear the extremely rich elites in quat, but does not want to increase their taxes or otherwise expropriate them? They believe in trickle-down economics. The right/conservative side is generally small federal government with stronger state/local government and individual rights. That means lower federal taxes in general as well. For all tax brackets. But I'd say that the rich paying their share is not particularly troublesome to most on the right. Not sure about the thing on rich elites. Both sides seem to have their share of rich elites leading the party. The voters do want to increase their taxes. The paradox you're seeing is that the voters are told we will fight to lower your taxes, then the person heads off to Congress, votes to raise our taxes, comes back and tells us, oh my god, I tried, I fought so hard, but those dirty commie Democrats raised your taxes, why are they like this and quat. And no, people like my parents won't check their voting records to see they're full of shit. They hate people who got rich in a way they don't agree with or understand, or if they have politics they don't agree with, inherited wealth, tech, artists, musicians. They don't want taxes because they think they benefit the unworthy. And quat. Dude, most everything about the right is bullshit. So yes, it is confusing trying to find logic from them. They want small government, yet increase the size of the Fed by large amounts. Reagan. GW. They want government out of your lives, yet want to legislate who gets married and what you do in the bedroom and your doctor's office. They want you to back the blue, but have no problems trying to stab police officers with poles or shoot them with their own guns. They want you to stop persecuting religion, but only if it's Christianity. They want to be fiscally responsible, but give massive tax cuts with no revenue increase. Fuck man. Party of trolling. What science fiction movie would you say could most likely become a reality? I'd have to go with Her, 2013. The concept of advanced AI becoming a part of our daily lives and forming emotional connections with humans seems to be the most plausible scenario as we continue to make advancements in AI technology. It's crazy to think about. But we're not too far off from potentially having personalized AI companions. All of them. Except the one about the guy who has to go to the place to get the thing to stop the bad thing from happening. That one is so unrealistic. Real answer, Fahrenheit 451 and 1984. Both of these have become reality around the world in different forms. We have changed the meaning of words, removed words, and tried to eliminate books by replacing them with wall screens and videos. It's not a movie, but a series, and I believe the expanse will come true. People living on Mars having a competing government and world versus the Earth. They are physically weaker and more than that, the people from the belts who are used like slaves, not even being able to stand up on Earth's gravity at all, and just existing on the Earth is pure torture for them. So a torture method when you want to interrogate one of them is just bring them to Earth. Fahrenheit 451, a public becoming so distracted by technology and entertainment. They fail to notice what's really going on around them. We may not have billboard 200 feet long, but advertisements are shoved everywhere. We have 24-hour news cycles that provide more speculation and entertainment than actual information. Hell man. The so-called Learning Channel is filled with a bunch of reality shows. Fahrenheit 451 is already a reality. And we didn't need to burn books to get there.